Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well, and thanks to your well wishes, I'm doing great too. So folks, the story I'm about to tell you today, you absolutely have to listen to the whole thing. Don't skip a bit, you'll have such a blast. So friends, let's dive into my wild story today. Alright, so after I got married, about 4 years after my first kid was born, my husband took off overseas. It was a girl, our daughter, Emily. She started growing up, and eventually headed off to college. Then, my daughter hooked up with this guy, a friend from college, who looked seriously like a movie star. He was really into studying, even back in college, and he'd bring this friend over to the house pretty often. I started getting a little suspicious about my daughter. Like, what's the deal? This friend is here constantly, coming and going, studying in her room, hanging out in her room. I started watching them a bit, just to see what exactly they were up to. And yeah, I saw her and this guy were totally on. Super active together. Honestly, I, as her mother, started keeping an eye on their little secret situation. It felt like my mom duty, So my husband, David, had already come back once and gone overseas again. It had been 4 years, since he'd been here with me. And honestly, at that point, I felt like I really needed a good-looking man around. But where would I find one? Where would I go? I didn't have anyone I could even talk to about this. Then, hey folks, I got to thinking. I realized my daughter's college friend? He looked absolutely amazing. Seriously handsome. MashaAllah. Tall, well-built, just perfect. He was so good-looking, and I found myself really liking him. But I also felt this pang of jealousy towards them, That they were fooling around day in and day out, right there, in her room. Sometimes I'd even hear little noises like, ooh, or ah. And I totally got what was going on. But when my daughter was in college, I understood. I mean, I'm her mother, so I know that she'd have needs too. Just like I felt that hunger. So I figured let her do it. I didn't stop her, but seeing them together like that, oh man, it just ignited such a strong desire in me. I wanted him so badly, I just couldn't not say something to that boy. So anyway, his name was Ryan. One day I called Ryan aside and said, Ryan, can you talk to me privately for a bit? And make sure my daughter Emily doesn't find out about this. Then Ryan said, Okay, Auntie. Emily will never know. What did you want to tell me? Just tell me tomorrow. So yeah. The next day Ryan came over. Emily was still at college. Ryan came in and said, Auntie, you wanted to tell me something? Go ahead. So I said, Look, Ryan, your Uncle David has been overseas for 4 years now. You've seen it yourself. Honestly, my daughter and I, we both look so similar in age. It's crazy. Even though I'm her mother, you can barely tell the age difference between us. What I want to tell you, son, is, if you're not okay with it, please don't tell her about this. But if you are, well, I have no objections. Then Ryan said, Okay, Auntie, just tell me quick before Emily gets back from college. Finish what you need to say. So I said, Look, Ryan, your uncle's been overseas for 4 years. I just can't take it anymore, It's so hard. And look, you're doing all this stuff with Emily in her room. I know about it. So don't say no to me about this. Can you give it to me, son? Then Ryan was like, Auntie, give you what? Do you need money? I said, No way, son. What would I do with money? If you could just, take care of me? Don't you get it, you silly boy? You're so grown up. Hey, your uncle's overseas. He's not here with me. Don't you understand what your auntie is missing? It's not about money. God has given me plenty of that. It's just, you need to fill that void for me. Then Ryan laughed. He said, Auntie, I get it now. You don't need to explain anymore. But how is that possible? And if Emily ever finds out, I won't be allowed to come to your house anymore. What will I do then? Then I said, look, I'm Emily's mother, and you're her friend. I won't stop you from coming and going. She can't give you permission or stop you. If I give you space here, can she really object? Tell me. Then Ryan said, Okay, Auntie. So, should we start today? I said, yeah? Before she gets back? Just once? So yeah, nobody else was home. He had me sit in the room, and then he went and locked the gate from the outside, came back and said, Auntie, let's do it quick. I feel kind of nervous inside right now. This is my first time, you know. With your daughter, I mess around and have fun. Since you know, okay. Then Ryan came, and he took off my clothes, you know, my camise and all that, and looked at me for a second. Then, oh my God, that boy was so good to me. He showed me so much affection and took care of me. Friends, I can't even explain it to you. Emily's dad? He never gave me so much happiness, so much pleasure. He never satisfied me like that. It was so, for so long. He was sweating, you know? What a state. Then I said, Ryan, take it easy. Turn on the fan, sit down, cool off. What are you so tense about? Then Ryan said, No, Auntie. What's there to be tense about? You're here, right? If you're here, I have nothing to worry about. Then he did all sorts of things, all sorts of ways, and he gave it to me so good. Man. By the time Emily got back from college that day, Ryan had given it to me twice. And I felt so good, you know, friends? His thing was so thick and so big. I can't even begin to tell you how good it felt. From then on, I told Ryan, come over every other day, every 2 or 3 days. Sneak in when Emily isn't home, when she's at college. Just slip into the house quietly, then we'll have a blast, we'll have fun. And I'll be waiting for you, son. From now on, you have to make sure I don't feel the absence of your uncle anymore. You have to fill that for me. Friends, as this went on with Ryan, eventually I became pregnant. I started feeling weird. Then I realized 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months passed, and it was getting serious. I became so nervous. Emily started asking me, Mom, what is all this? Dad isn't home, so how is this happening? This look of yours, and this? Where did you get this? Where did you get it from? From whom? What are you going to tell Dad? At that point, I was seriously stressed out. Right. Then, no matter how I tried, Emily's dad would video call me on WhatsApp sometimes and see me completely. Suddenly he asked me, What's going on, Emily's mom? What state are you in? Where did you get this from? What did you do? Who did you get this from? Answer me first. Friends, when Emily's dad asked me that, I just had no words left. Because whenever he saw me like this on mobile, he would look and then use his hand to, you know, finish himself off. Anyway, I don't want to tell you about that. It's a bad habit boys have. So when Emily's dad told me everything on WhatsApp video call, it wasn't something I could hide. He saw this, he saw that. Then suddenly he asked me about it. I told him, I don't know. Something's wrong with me, some kind of sickness. It just happened like this. Then Emily's dad said, No, hand the phone over to Emily. It was like 11 p.m., friends. Emily came over, scared, and said, Yes, Dad? What is it? Then her dad said, Emily, you're grown up now. You're in college. And while you're here, your mother is in this state? Who did this? Find out this information. Ask around and let me know." Then anyway, he got angry. He cut the call. He didn't talk to me anymore. Emily really put the pressure on me. "Mom, don't hide this from me. You have to tell me who you got this from. Who gave you this?" At that point, I just couldn't keep the truth to myself anymore. So I really pleaded with Emily first, convinced her, "Don't tell this to anyone." Then I told Emily, "Look, your close friend Ryan, well, Ryan, I did this with him, sneaking around behind your back, day by day. And it turned out like this, Ray. Now what am I going to do? Tell me. And at such a time, this has come to your notice. This isn't something to just get rid of, we have to keep it. So what can we do? And on the other hand, if your father doesn't accept Mo, what will I do?" Then we called Ryan. So Ryan came to the house. Emily, Ryan, and we sat together to sort this out. Then Ryan said, "Auntie, if Uncle never accepts you in his life, you can rely on me. Look, marry your daughter to me. Then, if Uncle makes trouble and throws you out of the house, if he doesn't feed you, you just go straight to your daughter's house. Because these days, mothers-in-law often go stay at their daughter's house, at the son-in-law's house, when there's trouble at home. You do it that way too. And if he really makes a big fuss about anything, give the child to me. I'll raise him as mine. Emily and I will raise him. You just arrange the marriage between me and Emily." Then I thought, hey, that's right. Ryan had actually opened my eyes. While Emily's dad was overseas, I went ahead and married Emily to Ryan. The very next month, I arranged the marriage quickly and just said, the girl decided on her own and got married. I explained it to Emily's dad. Then Emily's dad said, okay, the girl chose him, so what? Then, friends, when my new little guest came into the world, I secretly, without contacting Ryan's father, meaning Emily's father, at all for 4 or 5 months, I just pretended to be upset with him, you know, kind of keeping my distance. And I passed this baby off as Emily's. I said, Emily's had a child, Ryan's child, your grandson is here. This and that, I convinced Emily's dad. And anyway, from that day on, I felt a bit of relief. His misunderstanding about me was cleared up. And it turned out, after tests, that Emily really couldn't ever have children. The doctor said she was infertile. Then Ryan said, Mom, you saved us big time. Your daughter, she can never give birth to a child, she's unable, the doctor said. And if I hadn't taken this from you, where would I have gotten it from, tell me? Anyway, mine ended up being with me. So friends, Emily and Ryan's love story was successful too. And from then on, when I would go to Emily and Ryan's place, if Ryan got a chance, he'd go right back to that old habit, and do that with me whenever he got the opportunity. But from then on, I was a little more careful, you know? So there wouldn't be any more fuss or trouble like that. And Emily and Ryan both knew. My daughter knew that I was doing this with Ryan. But my daughter didn't mind. Because my daughter also knew that her father wasn't home, so if her mother did this with her son-in-law, what was the big deal? It wasn't like anyone else knew. It was just her own flesh and blood daughter, right? So Emily gave me a lot of leeway, she was very lenient with me. So friends, how did you like this story after hearing it? Please let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, subscribe to the channel right now, give the video a like, and share it to give your close friends a chance to hear it. Oh, and friends, I'm bringing another great story tomorrow. Until then, everyone take care of your health. Stay well.